Are live. So, Laura, would you like to go ahead and give your update?
Yeah, sure. So, where am I? I have been working on MetFlash this morning, working on those failing issues. I still have a lot more failing on my local support than I do on Semaphore. So I have merged in all the updates that everybody's done. So my branch is up to date, and I dropped the database and I did exactly what you did, Patrick, but I'm still getting a whole lot of failures. So I don't know if you've got some time to maybe just go through them and see. I'm running my Cucumber test now for the 4th time just to see.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, we can hang out a little bit after this then, if
Okay,
you're available.
Yeah,
okay.
perfect.
Yeah, we'll do that.
Other than that, that's all from me.
And I see you put some comments on other stories like Hinesh's and folks, and I haven't caught up to all of that, but I will. Maybe we can actually review your comments as well.
Okay, perfect.
After, yep. Thank you. Let's see, Sam. How about yourself?
Yes. So busy morning. I think we've got the local support client meeting. I've just arranged to be at noon, and the marketing meeting is now. So let's do it relative to now. Local support client meeting starting in half an hour. Marketing meeting starting in an hour. All of those things online for those who are interested. Yes, I'm just getting to grips with all of the incoming emails and Slacks, and I think my other stuff going on. Kind of. The key things are, I've taken what I call the call to action escalator live. So now on the website, if you're logged in, it will encourage you to sign up to Premium. If you're already Premium, it will encourage you to sign up to Premium Mob. And the other thing, we've had some people upgrade to Premium Mob after we announced that we're doing the Elixir Mob and talking about doing a React Mob and other mob things. So it's mob. And basically under control. I think I've decided to calm down. As a, just I think counterintuitively, the harder you push on things, sometimes the further away they get. And I think I've achieved. I'm really excited about what we've got to with the AdWords campaign. I did an analysis of like our signups and so on this morning, and we're happy to talk about that in the marketing meeting. Yeah, and I think I want to kind of like step back now and just sort of like focus on. There's lots of little things to fix up in the site, and not try and push too hard in any direction, and just kind of move forward with calm. That's my new word, calm. So trying to think if there's anything else important happening today. Oh, but we have also got so after the Kenbeck Scrum, I've got my catch up with the Dree folks. We'll see what's happening there, and then we've got the Agile Book Club at it'll be 5.5 hours from now, episode 2. There you
go. Oh, good. Great, good to hear. Still a lot of activity, even though you say you're calming down a little bit.
Well, I say I've decided to be calm. Whether that actually happens or not, or delivered, it's a difficult deliverable.
Yeah, your being calm is still going about 90 miles an hour, right? So anyway, it's all relative. Let's see, who's next? Nicholas, do you want to maybe give an update? And haven't seen you on the Scrum before. Thanks for joining. And maybe describe what you're up to, what you want to do, maybe in Edge Adventures.
We can't. Oh, hello.
So, hi everyone.
Hi.
I would like to start contributing with some projects. So I don't understand too much what is going on now, but I would like to start coding in some of the projects. So.
Okay, great, Nicholas. Where are you located?
Those are my intentions.
Where's that?
I'm from Argentina, living in Germany.
Germany.
I mean,
Germany.
Aachen. It's a little between, Germany.
Okay. And
it's a little city between near the border of the Netherlands and Belgium.
Yeah, I'm sure it's beautiful. Can you give us an idea of what kind of things you want to work on, or what kind of things you want to learn?
Okay. That is a good question. I would like to learn more about the integration of Rails with Elasticsearch, and how to integrate the frameworks like React.
Nicholas, I think you must switch your video.
Angular.
You're breaking up. Thanks.
And now it's better.
Yeah, I think
Better.
it's probably better without
Yeah,
the video. Yeah, we love seeing the face, but
Okay.
yeah, sometimes. But yeah, so you're talking about learning about integration of Rails with React and so on.
Yeah, because until now the only thing that I've done is Rails
Mhm.
development, but I never integrated with some framework in the front end. So more about that. So yep.
So, Nicholas, I would suggest maybe you look at the project, the Agile Ventures project called Wiki. I put it on the chat.
Okay.
Wiki.edu.dashboard. That is a Rails-based backend, but the front end includes both Rails as well as a lot of React. In fact, I think most of the front end might be React at this point. So it's exactly what you're looking for: integration of Rails with React.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Yeah, take a look at that.
But the two applications are not in the same app. I mean,
Say that again.
JSON was in WT. It was JSON Web Token
Again?
from managing JSON. Yeah.
I wondered, Nicholas, we're having a little trouble understanding. I think also it's partly the audio thing. So maybe if you just stand by, stay with us. We could maybe finish the Scrum, which is basically we just go around and everybody talks about what they're doing, and then maybe we can have a longer conversation at the end of the Scrum.
Sure. Yeah. Perfect.
Let's do that. We may have to actually do some chat on that conversation because the problem.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you can get into text chat. I'll invite Nicola into that channel. But yeah, Pat, do you want to move the Scrum on for the time being?
Yep, absolutely. Thanks, Nicholas. We'll cycle back. Let's see who's remaining besides myself. Michael, how are you?
Didn't really do anything this weekend. So I like the new Sam that has a plum.
What was that?
I said Sam's going to act with a plum now. That's what he's telling us all.
I didn't say anything about a plum. I said calm, and it's internal calm. You may not see it on the surface, but.
Oh, really?
I think applause.
Well, maybe you'll do the aplomb thing too.
I'll have to look up what it means first, but sure.
So, let's see what else.
I think with finesse. Sorry, Michael.
That's it. No blockers. Nothing to report. I'm going to probably show up for the marketing meeting and do the Agile Book Club. So that's about it for right now.
Great. Okay. Thanks for the update. Let's see. For myself, real quickly, I've spent some time in the MetPlus project over the weekend. I reviewed stories. I've merged one story from Maroon, I think, on Saturday or Sunday. I'll be spending a lot of time on MetPlus. It looks like this morning, a lot of stuff other people did over the weekend. On the Swedish dog industry project, the SHF project, we had a team meeting on Friday. That went well. So we're doing regular weekly meetings on that. We can't pull off daily scrums because of geography and time zones, but that's okay. At least we're meeting weekly. We had a client meeting this Sunday, and that went well. I think we scheduled a half hour. I think we went 45 minutes. So the client was relaxed and able to spend more time with us, which is great. So we learned a lot. We had 3 features accepted by the client. I reviewed a lot of PRs, and I'm working on a story that I'll deliver today. And I think that's it on SHF and my activity over the weekend. I had no blockers either. and that's a Scrum. So that's good. So I guess, Laura, you and I need to connect up and talk through some stuff. Sam, did you want to work with Nicholas in another venue, or how do you want to handle it?
Yeah, I think Nicola and I have just connected on Slack, and I've invited him into the Wiki EDU dashboard channel, and we're talking there. So, Nicola, if that's all right with you, maybe I'll just support you over the Slack, and we'll get you started up with some projects and stuff, and we can do other hangouts as necessary, and maybe we'll leave this hangout for Lara and Pat to work on Met Plus. Yeah, and Nicholas replied in the chat that saying that'll be great. So I think we're good.
I hear. Yeah.
Fantastic. All right.
So what we could do, just a final note on that, Sam, you may want to convey to Nicholas if he doesn't pick this up. We generally talk about the Wiki EDU project on our was it America Scrum, which is 2 o'clock my time, which is what, 1900 UTC. That's probably going to be a little bit too late for Nicholas, but so if he actually gets active on that project, I can plan to spend some time with him after this Scrum, for instance, to talk about that project. So anyway, thanks for showing up, Nicholas. And thanks for everybody.
Yep, thanks for running the Scrum, Pat. Yeah, catch up with everyone later, and Nicola, I'll see you in the chat.
Yep. Okay. Bye for now.
Bye for now.
Yep.
Bye.
Okay.
So, Laura, do you want to shoot? Okay.
Okay. Can you see my screen?
Let's see. Yes, I can.
Okay. So I'm getting 17 failed scenarios.
Can you make that a little bit bigger, please?
I wish I could.
Possible.
I'm using a new terminal. Oh, there we go.
Oh, you're using VM, huh?
I'm using because Quake didn't want to work when I reset up my whole computer with VirtualBox because I didn't have my laptop back. So Greg was giving me hassles with my branches. So I went over to Terminator. So I'm still trying to learn it, but it doesn't want to go bigger like Quake. Oh, there we go. I got it.
There we go. There's it.
There we go. Okay, so
so let's go look at a specific. Yeah.
Okay. So, and I did the DB drop setup, migrate, all of that. So let's look at accept job application 78 scenario. I just don't know if it'll scroll up that far. Kind of like stops.
Yeah, that's bizarre. Well, there's an error right there. Is that a typical error?
Yeah, so let's look at that one.
Okay.
So this one here is match job seeker jobs to job seeker feature 52. So let's go get.
Is it possible to make that a little bit bigger?
Yeah.
The problem is the red against the black. There's not a lot of contrast, so it's hard to read. Yeah, that's much better.
Okay.
Okay. I'm going to find CSS TR with text C++ developer. Okay. Interesting. Okay.
So, I mean, I get all these. It's pretty I can't show you now, but I get all these. I'm sure I've installed all the gems. I've done bundle install. I've done. There's a command that Raul gave me in the boot camp once that when I had to upgrade my Rails. He said I must do gem pristine all, and that will install all the gems that I need. So I did that, and I've got a feeling it's got to do with that. It was that actual screen grab that I put on the Slack chat, on our Slack channel on Friday. This
Yeah,
one
I
here.
saw that. It was, let's see. I'll go look at that. Okay, I'll look at it on my side.
Okay.
Let's see what we got here. Yeah, that big explosion of a stack trace. Yeah, I mean, we're not going to find any problems with the code or anything like that. It all works. So there's nothing we can do in looking at the code. It's your environment, clearly.
Yeah, exactly.
And,
No, because
and
because on semaphore it's only 2 failures.
yeah, and they're probably code-based, right?
Yeah, they
We
just
can use,
this. I changed the text, but it's still failing. I still don't understand why, because if I go to the web steps, let me find it. Let me just quickly find it.
what I find easy to do if you go to the bottom of this whole mess, where it lists your failures.
Yeah.
Scroll to the bottom in that window there. Just scroll entirely to the bottom of the window
I'm
there.
at the very bottom.
Oh no, the window showing the CI test.
Okay.
Yeah. No, the window here in this window. Where it says bundle exec rate cucumber feet, where it's running the test log on that screen we were just looking at.
On Travis.
On Travis, yeah. So just grab that little scroll bar, go all the way to the bottom, and then just cut and paste scenario : company registration. Cut and paste. Excuse me. Copy one of those.
Those
in,
ones.
and then and then hit Control F to search. Yeah. See, and then Control V. Yeah, there you go. And now just hit return, and there you go. Now we're at.
Okay.
There you go. There it is.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, scrolling up and down is you're looking for the red, and it takes. It's awful.
Yeah. Okay, so this is what I changed because it was said when I clicked the link, it said link before, but now it's changed to a button, and there is a web step where it says, you know, I click the button. So I checked that, and I updated. Let me just find it. Web step event management 72. What am I on here? Event management 72. Okay, so here, and I click the register as an employer button.
Okay, so that's company registration. Are you sure that's a? Are you sure that's a button?
Yeah, because. Okay, sorry, I'm just busy with the CI, so it's just messed up a bit. I mean, with CSS, I'm just trying to get my blocks to drop. But yeah, register as an employer is a button now. It's not a link.
Well, let's look at the code real quickly to verify that. It could be a link that's styled as a button.
Okay. So.
Problem is, what view is that?
Okay, so here we go. It's a button.
Link register as a job seeker, and where's the one for? I'm sure the other one is this a button too. Then,
Same.
Yeah, that's a button also. Sure. Actually, no, it's not. It's a div. So if you look at line 44,
yeah,
because it doesn't have a CSS element like
Yeah.
%p or % whatever.
Yeah.
It's just a div. The default element that's created, if you just start with a class designation at the beginning, the dot button, that just says it's class button. Haml defaults to creating a div.
Mm.
So that's the way. I don't know who built that screen. Was it you or Hinesh maybe?
Yeah, I built this.
Okay.
Yeah, I built this one.
So it really is what that link register as an employer. It's a link. You can see the link
Okay.
too.
Okay.
So it's going to be a link. I don't know if you want to try to style that as if interesting. If you went back to that, let's just play with that if you don't mind. If you put in front of the dot button % button, so we actually have a actual element, HTML element button. No % button by itself, no dot.
Yeah.
Yeah, just %. No, keep that dot button, by the way. Okay, no, I'm sorry. Remove that dot.
No. Okay,
Yeah,
so remove the
that.
dot.
Yeah, remove that dot. So is your intent to have the button within that paragraph tag on 43, or did you want to? Are those peer elements on the page? Maybe we try that, see what happens. If you save what you just did. Let's see. I always make minor changes and I go see what happened on my visuals.
Yeah, if it breaks or yeah.
Yeah, that breaks us. The line was in at 226.
But why did it update? Hold on. Sorry, because it's still showing the old. But it could also be with my. Let me just undo what I was doing. Sorry.
Get back to making it work. Yep.
Get back to where I was. I'm trying to get rid of the hard issues.
It's a good thing software development is somewhat gratifying when you get it working, because you have to put up with a lot of these little frustrations. It can be very tough.
And CSS can be so testing.
Oh, yes. Okay, so that's back to what we had. Oops. What's going on there?
No root, new job seeker path.
But that's not why our...
No.
Well, let's anyway. Let's go back to that feature test. Let's keep it as a link then. Okay, that's bizarre. Don't know what's going on there. And let's see if we can, rather than click the button, click the link in that feature step and see if that helps. And this particular test fails on your local environment too, right?
It's so difficult to see. I need to find a different.
Were you developing VM before, or were you on Windows native? And
Before I was on dual boot. So I was on my laptop. I had Windows, and then I could dual boot over to Ubuntu.
Oh,
and then my laptop crashed again, and then I sent it back, and I didn't have it for 2 weeks. So then Raoul said, put VirtualBox on to my desktop, which I'm now working on. And I've been just fixing things as I can. I'm trying to bring it up to speed. So.
Are you going to get your laptop back at some point?
Yeah, I have got it. I just need to find some time to reset it up to do dual boot again. There's the one failure that's definitely the same. Let me just see what the other failure was. 54 and 65. 65. So they're both, so they're both there. So I'll just run that feature again. Let's see.
So they're both company registration feature failures on CI? Because you've only got one company registration failure shown here. That one's an event management feature?
Yeah, one's in event management and one is in company.
Oh, that's what the CI failures said?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
I see.
Yeah. So here's one company and one event.
Gotcha. Yep.
So we're going to change this back to link, we said, huh?
Let's try that. See if that makes any difference. And if we can just run that one test.
Yeah.
Oop, I think you misspelled. Oh, you misspelled cucumber.
Oh. Let's quickly go back there. Q. Okay.
Okay, what's this one?
Okay. So this part. Oh. Okay. Now I've got a different one.
Why is that saying?
And the register as employer button.
Why is that still saying button?
Did I say? Oh, because I changed the wrong one. Sorry. But it passes now, which is quite weird. Let me just, if you don't
So
mind,
you're looking at-
run that again. I just want to triple check.
Okay. Yep.
Because we did change the CSS on that as well now. So. Okay, so that's passed. The button's passed. Okay,
Really?
Yeah. Just by doing that one little CS change.
And what was the
by
change
doing
that we made?
We changed that there. We
Oh, I
just-
see.
That,
Oh, I thought you'd taken that out. You let. Okay, so you did make that change.
today. Yeah.
So it's a real button now. So
Yeah.
both of those, you've already got those steps for job seeker and register as a company calling for a button click, right?
Yeah.
So both of those should work now.
Yeah. So
Okay.
now this is due to this failing.
Okay.
Which is so weird. But I know that if I push it up, it will pass. So it's my local environment.
And can you, is your development, your local development branch in sync with the upstream development branch?
Yes, I did that all this morning.
Okay, can you just do a diff, git diff as diff space development space, and then you want config/routes.rb /routes. Yeah. Okay, so you're up to date. Can you actually try that again, but instead of development, put upstream/development. Just put upstream/ in front of development. You can see upstream from your VM. And then hit carriage return. So, okay, so you've got the correct routes then, according to this.
Yeah. I think maybe I should ask Raoul. Maybe just there's something going on with my local machine. Because if I think if I push this up now, then I think this is going to pass because it's only 2 failures that we were getting.
can you go back to your command line there? And then do rake routes.
Yeah, I did this as well, because I even
And,
checked it last week just to make sure that what's going on now?
Okay.
Okay. So I've got.
You got to do bundle exec in front of it, I guess.
Yeah.
Rake routes, and then don't hit character turn. I want you to pipe it through. So space and then bar, the pipe bar.
Yeah.
And then grep, grep. Oh, EP. So generalized regular expression parser. What's that stands is what that means. And then space. So that's grep. Let's do job underscore seekers pound, just so we pick up everything for job seekers. And then pound sign or hash sign. Oh, no, no space, just a hash sign. Yep,
Okay.
that's it. Yep. And then just hit character turn. Okay, so new job seeker get. Absolutely, there's a route for that. Your routes are fine. You've got everything set up correctly there. Can you go? Let's look at that error message again on the browser, where it says no route found. No route found.
Sorry, Patrick. Can you just go see if that's at our gate, that ladies, or if they're selling millies or. Sorry. It's corn season here. We call it millies. So sometimes they walk up and down our street shouting millies for sale.
Fresh corn, I'd go for that. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Have you pushed everything you've done recently up to your repo?
Yeah, except for this one.
Except for that little button thing we did?
Yeah.
Do you want to go ahead and push that up?
Yeah.
And then I'll pull it to my environment?
Yeah, because it's definitely working. I just think it's my local host that's something.
It's, yeah. There's probably no doubt, but I just want to confirm that. I did, like I said on Friday, I did pull your feature branch at that time.
Yeah.
And it worked fine.
Okay. Tell me it's all up to date. Get status. Get commits.
Oh, you haven't saved that. That's a CSS change that we made.
Saved.
No, I mean on GitHub. How did you do this? What did you do? Git dash. So when you did git dash m, git commit dash m, you committed everything in your what is it? The working directory. But you've got this thing, this index HTML haml. You haven't added it to your working directory, so the commit picks it up. So it's modified, but it's not ready for pushing up. It's not in your work directory. So what you can do is do a dash am.
Okay.
Exactly. So that does both things at once. Now you can push up, and there'll be a change. Yeah.
Well, we'll just wait for it to sync.
Well, it's available to me right now. So what I'll do is I'll run Cucumber features, and it is company registration. Is that the one that we were playing with?
Yeah, we were playing with event management was the one that we were playing with.
I thought it was company registration. Oh, event management.
74
Event management.
Event
I see.
management.
So we click on the link to register.
Yeah, so 72 on event management.
Which is starts at 65 there. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And that's failing on the, and I should see company registration, request company registration, something or other. Yeah.
So weird.
Mm-hmm.
So we're just going to wait for the semaphore to update and see
Yeah.
what I already see.
Well, I just ran that particular test. It works fine. Again, in my environment, I'll run the whole suite, but I suspect everything will work. So there's definitely,
Yeah.
you're absolutely right. There's definitely something wrong with your setup.
Yeah, definitely. I think I'll see if I can get some time with Raoul this week just to help me out so that we can see what's going on. I'll
Can
just
you-
wait for these tests. Yeah.
If you go to, I know you've done this so many times, but just do bundle install again. Let's see if it says anything when it does that. Okay, didn't change anything on us. Could you go, let's do a git diff development. Gemfile.lock, capital G, of course. Starts with capital G, yeah. LOCK. That's exactly the same as development. So all of your, all the versions of your gems are correct.
Yeah. I'm going to send that that list to Raoul and just ask him if he's got some time, just to maybe just check my Ubuntu setup and that everything is working.
Yeah. Could you do this? Do which WHICH space? No, WHICH space, and then Phantom JS. It's yeah. Let me just make sure, and then JS right there, and carriage turn. So make sure that that's installed. It is installed. Well, he said, yeah, I think maybe having Raoul look at it. So he's probably more familiar with the Ubuntu and VM setup than I am. It could be that you're going to have to rebuild the environment. To me, it just looks like a mishmash of the code itself is inconsistent, or the version of gems that are actually being loaded. Can you do Ruby-V? Let's see what version of Ruby you're using there. Okay, so
3.3.
okay, so we actually are supposed to be right now on 2.2.2. Are
Okay.
you using any specific Ruby version manager?
Yeah, I'm using Ruby Ven. So,
Ruby what?
uh,
Oh, Ruby
Ruben.
RBENV.
That's it.
Let's try RBENV dash. How do you get a listing of all available Rubies using RBENV?
You can. Me.
I'm not familiar with the RBENV. Install dash dash list.
Were you seeing that?
Oh, just the title of that.
Uh,
Let's try that. RBENV install dash dash list to see if that's complaining about. Let's see. As somebody's saying, remove RBENV from your Mac. That's not going to help. Sometimes I think Googling other stuff and then you plunge into a really, really deep end of a weird pool that has nothing to do with what you're doing, you know?
exactly.
And then you realize that after reading very dense comments. Okay, this is not me.
Gosh.
If you go back, I think further down on that list, there was a how-to. If you just go back in your browser. We want to stay away from Stack Overflow right now. So how to update, how to switch, how to update. Let's just try RBENV install dash dash list. It looks like that's the command.
What is it? RB?
RBENV.
The dash dash.
Oh, no, no, first it's install. RBENV space install. And then dash dash list. Let's see what that does. Hopefully it doesn't blow up anything. Okay, so what have you got? You've got,
Got them
okay.
all. So
Well, you've got I don't know what RBX is. What are the rubies? JRuby, where's our?
it's
Okay,
just something different.
so we've got, do we have 2 point? Okay, so let's figure out how to tell RubyENV in your environment here that you want to use 2.2.2.
Okay, so you got to do this. There you go. So Ruby then install.
Okay, let's do that, yeah. Or maybe, I'm wondering if
And then
that,
you've got to tell it to use that version for the specific project.
yep.
So,
What is that, RubyENV use or something like that?
I'll tell you now.
We'll figure it out.
Yeah, I've made a list of, so I don't have to keep searching it. So
Yeah, we all do. Huh?
so you use RBEN RubyVen, whatever it's called, to local, and then you put in the version that you want, and then it will change it to the version for your local project.
Yeah, great. What is that little app you're using there?
It's called Keep by
Keep.
Google.
Ah,
Yeah.
okay. That's
I
handy.
really like it because it's if I need it on my mobile phone, then I pick it up there.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm on my tablet, so all my lists are synced.
Cool. That's great.
So, I even use it for shopping. Okay. So this might take some time.
I thought it said that it had Ruby 2.2.2 when you did that list thing. But anyway.
I think maybe this is what you could install.
Available to install. Available versions. I'm not sure. The RBENV, Yeah, because we're saying install, you may be right. It's saying these are what you can install if you want,
Yeah.
as opposed to these are the ones that are installed.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's probably download. Okay, it's getting the tar, probably
Yeah.
compiling code.
So should I try that? Because I mean, I don't know how long it's going to take, and I know you've got stuff to do.
No, absolutely. Try that. Once it's installed, switch to that and see if that helps.
Yeah.
I've seen other people using other versions of Ruby that result in weird errors. This may or may not be the problem, but
Yeah.
it's definitely something we need to run in 2.2.2. We absolutely need to do that.
Yeah.
There's a project, or there's a story out there to upgrade to 2.4 or 2.33 if 4 won't work for us.
Yeah.
Because I want to try to keep up to date. The current version, stable version of Ruby right now is 2.4. So we definitely do need to upgrade.
Wasn't Sigu looking into that?
Sigu and Stella, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, I think this might take some time because
Looks
my
like
virtual box
wait
is
a
a
minute.
bit slow.
Oh, okay.
And
I thought it was
then,
moving, but you were just moving.
no, it was just me moving my terminal. And I'll let it run in the background.
Okay.
And once it's installed, then I'll swap it over, and then I'll run my cucumber test again and see what happens. But hopefully by then, where's now? This build will pass shortly. But I'm still going to leave it as a work in progress because I'm just busy working on the CSS now.
Yep.
Just to get this.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely.
Let's move down. Yeah, I can see it's very slow at the moment. Okay. Yeah, because if I do a responsive test on this, everything scales except my blocks at the bottom.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, they should jump underneath each other, so they
yeah.
Squashing up. Anyway, I'll look at that now.
All right, sounds good. Well, let me know. Let me know how that goes. Okay, just post something to the channel and
I will
see if we still got a problem after that.
Great. I will do.
All right.
Patrick, thanks for your time.
All right, thank you. And I'll take a look at your comments later. If I have any questions on them, on the other stories, I'll just ping you. But I'm sure there'll be. Although the one I did want to ask you about was on the footer. You had said you'd like the footer to have all the options available in the main menu.
Yeah.
And the reason why we took that out was that the footer had a lot of stuff. It had copyright. It had a bunch of stuff on the left. And then it had our main menu basically on the right. And if you shorten the width of the page even a little bit, the footer had so much stuff on it that the left and the right-hand side overlapped, so it went to 2 lines, which really looked lousy. So that's why I suggested taking out some of that text. And then after working it, I thought, well, so we did take out like copyright in terms of conditions, which you don't have any at this time, so we don't need it.
So you should keep copyright in though, because I know this is open source, but if you put copyright to Met Plus, it just protects you. You don't have to have anything on your site. It just protects you. You can, as an entity, just to say if something does go right, well, something does go wrong, you've got copyright on there.
Okay, so we can definitely do that. The other thing is, you said that putting the main menu items in the footer similar to the title helps with searching and things like that.
Yeah, search engine optimization.
Yeah, how does that work? Why does that matter?
So why does that matter? Because what Google does is Google comes in and Google checks, well, your title here and your title here, and then it looks at these links that are in your navigation, and if those links are at the bottom, then it knows that it's quite important, so it prioritizes them in terms of linking.
Oh.
I'll send you an article about it.
Okay.
So like you don't have to have every single one there, but just if you had like a longer navigation and let's say you had services, about us, jobs and contact, and about wasn't that important, but services, jobs and contact were, then you would put them in there.
I see. I see.
So I think it's just me. I'm just thinking, you know, because I work with SEO a lot. It's I think I'm just thinking forward.
Yeah.
But that's fine. I mean, that's fine. If you've had the discussion, then I'm happy to just let that ticket go.
Oh, either way, huh? Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. Probably SEO is not really important to chat right
Yeah.
now, but let me look at that. It could be that we hate to have Dinesh add it back, but he'd probably be okay with that.
Yeah, I do think though, just in terms of he should get some kind of form of terms and conditions, and especially that he's copywriting the logo, things like that. But on all my websites, even if I don't have a copyright, it's content or text, it's still just good to have your copyright there.
Does that automatically give you the copyright, or do you have to formally apply
No,
for a copyright?
No. You just
You can
write
just declare it.
Yeah, you just declare it. You just declare it on your you just declare it on your site.
Okay.
And all my sites, even if I don't have terms and conditions, I just say terms and conditions apply, because if anything happens, I don't know. I've never had anything happen to a site, but let's say you have a client that comes in and says, "Yeah, but I submitted this, and by this date you said I was going to have a job," but he can say, "No, my terms and conditions apply," even though they're not up there. He can quickly write one up and say, "Our jobs cover you." I mean, you know, the ability to find a job is only for 2 weeks.
Yeah, I see.
He covers himself.
Okay, makes sense.
Yeah.
All right, that's helpful. I didn't have that context.
Yeah. No, that's perfect. But you'll see it on every website you go to. You'll always see a copyright or terms and conditions. And sometimes the terms and conditions are linked, sometimes they're not.
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, like I said, I told Hinesh, let's remove that because we can't link to anything.
Yeah.
But to your point, you don't need to link it to anything. Just state it.
Yeah. Yeah. So just state. I would just state it on this left side. Leave the navigation, the about us and jobs and contact off. That's fine. But I would just put the copyright and terms and conditions.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Well, I'll probably see Hinesh in this afternoon's Scrum, hopefully,
Okay.
and I can go over that with him. Remember that thing I told you to do, Hinesh? Don't do it. That thing I made extra work for you. Well, you gotta do extra work to undo that extra work. Yeah, that's gonna go over good. Oh well, that's called agile, right? Drive everybody crazy.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Oh well, sometimes it works and sometimes it's pain. But anyway. Well, I'm glad I asked you about that. That helps me a lot.
Yeah, perfect.
How's that install going? Still working well?
Let me just check here. Let me see what's going on. It's installed. It's installed. So let me show you. Let me just share my screen again.
Okay. Yep.
So let's get this one here. Oh, 2.2.2. Okay, so.
And let's just do Ruby-V just to confirm that it switched. I'm sure it did, but helps to be paranoid.
Yeah,
okay. Good. Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, that's perfect.
You want to
and then I'll
try
just
one?
I'll run the
She's just busy on a conference call.
there. Let me just quickly run that. Where's that one? Oh, cucumber. Bundle.
Okay. Yes, please. One five. Okay, so
think it's
Bundle command exist. The bundle command exists in these Ruby versions.
yeah. So it looks like you're gonna have to each time you change Ruby or install a new Ruby version, you'll have to install bundler.
Okay.
Let's see how. I think that's gem install bundler. Let me just Google quickly
Check.
to confirm that. Let's see. Yeah, gem install bundler would be the way to do that. Yep. And then once that's done, you want to do bundle install so you can get, oh, before you do this, so we can confirm that we've got all the gems correctly installed too in this new Ruby environment.
So I saw a news article today that Trump is signing something that the South Africans don't have to have visas to go to America. I'm sure it's one of these fake posting news things. I just laughed to myself because he thinks that he was having problems with the Mexican immigrants. He'll probably have problems with the South African immigrants because we're so fed up with our government. Everybody else will just run to America.
Yeah, right. I'm sure they're going to love that. So, yeah. Well, I'm part of the Democratic Town Committee here for the Democratic Party. We had a seminar Saturday morning on fake news. We actually had a political opinion writer, editor of the opinion page of a local paper come and talk to us about fake news. It was great. We had standing room only in this room. There's so much interest in fake news and what's going on with that. So it was gratifying to see that.
Yeah.
So why are you guys upset with your government? What's the short story? It's one of those, have you got 2 hours type thing?
Yeah. Well, I'll put it this way. He can't count.
He can't count?
He can't count. He doesn't know how to read. And so same like Trump doesn't know how to read.
Yeah.
And he's very corrupt.
Mm.
And he's got actually a whole lot of court cases against him. I don't know if you know what's Trevor Noah. Do you know Trevor Noah? He does the is it the Late Late Show or the Late Show?
I think it's the Daily Show. Yeah, he's from South Africa, right?
Yeah. He does the Daily Show.
Mm-hmm.
And there's an episode of his that you can watch on YouTube where he compares Trump to our government, to Zuma, and they're exactly the same. They're exactly the same. So.
His name is Zuma, this guy?
Zuma, yeah. Z, U for umbrella, M for mother, A, Zuma.
Mm-hmm. And what's the party called?
The ANC.
Oh, ANC, African National Congress.
That's it.
Wow, that's amazing. So they've all become corrupt, that party, huh?
Yeah, so he's undone everything that Mandela did.
Mm-hmm.
He's gone against every principle that Mandela stood for.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah. Anyway, we've got him for 2 more years, and then he's gone.
Yeah. So, is there a lot of resistance efforts or demonstrations or things going on?
Big resistance. They want him to step down,
Mm-hmm.
but he won't step down because the president before him, they made him resign.
Mm-hmm.
So if Zuma steps down, it just shows that the ANC can't pick proper leaders.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
it will cause even more issues.
Mm.
So I think they're just going to try keep pushing him through till elections in 2019.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so we'll see.
Wow.
But yeah, watch the Daily Show comparison Trump to our President Zuma. They're very similar.
Well, yeah, and I think as time goes on, the comparison is going to make Zuma look actually relatively good because Trump's just a horror show, and every day is a new batch of horrors with this guy. It's
Yeah.
so, we're being very active on the Democratic Party to have these kind of community events, get the word out, engage in resistance, call our representatives, all that stuff. I'm seeing people who've never done things politically for decades come out, hold signs, call their senator, whatever. So that's heartening. At least we see that awakening in the people that we need to do this.
Yeah.
But he's going to be doing a lot of damage for the next 4 years. There's no doubt about it.
Yeah, unless to get and stop him, I don't know. But
Well, we can definitely influence it, what our reps do. But
okay.
but I mean, the Republicans control all the houses now, the White
Yeah.
House, the Senate, and the House of Representatives. So it's tough.
Sure. Yeah, it's very tough.
Mm.
Yeah.
But we're
Fun.
keeping at it.
It's good. You must. I mean, I know a couple of people didn't like Obama, but I just think he just brought everybody together.
Oh, Obama's great. He's going to be. I'm really. Yeah, he's going to be seen as one of the best presidents, certainly in modern times.
Yeah.
There's no doubt about it. And he and Michelle had such class and intelligence and wit and decorum about them. And then we have this barbarian now in the White House,
I know.
married to I mean, I'm just going to say it, a gold digger woman who,
He's an immigrant.
He was an immigrant from Slovenia, yeah, who came here. And I mean, there's a theory or strong rumors that she acted as an escort when she first came here, aka prostitute. And she's a gold digger. That's what she is. And
Yeah.
and more power to her. She got what she wanted, but we went from Michelle Obama to her.
I know.
Unbelievable.
It's quite a big jump, huh?
Michelle was was probably the best first lady we've had in 100, 200 years in America.
Yeah,
And what she
exactly.
did, how she conducted herself. Looks like you're good. Yeah. You can go ahead and give it a shot.
Yeah, I think that, I mean, they've both got big shoes to fill.
Mm-hmm.
But, yeah, we'll have to see what happens.
I think the best thing Melania can do is just go and, oops, do we still fail? Oh, damn it.
I'll get Raoul to have a look, see what's going on, because I've got to jump into this marketing meeting now.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Okay, well, at least you're on the right version of Ruby, for what it's worth.
Yes.
Well, it's important anyway. Well, it's important.
That's perfect.
All right, Laura, let me know how it goes, okay?
I will do. Thanks so much, Patrick. Chat later.
All right, thank you later. Yep.
Good.
Ciao.